Hello and welcome back
Dude, don't do that fucking shit.
to the Heathens podcast. I'm your host, Gabe, joined today by my co-hosts, Dylan
Howdy, folks.
and James.
Hi, hello.
How are we feeling today, boys?
Tired.
Could be better, you know.
This is going to be a bit of an ASMR podcast today.
Gabe, you stop that right.
If you do this the whole
You stop
time.
now,
No,
dude.
I'm
Now.
kidding. That's
'Cause I'm already envisioning the chicks that you lay down with, and I wouldn't fuck
I
you,
don't
that's for sure.
whisper in their ear like that.
Yeah, well, we now know what you sound like when you do, and boys, it'll turn off.
no.
Yeah, boy, I'm dried the fuck up.
I'm dried up.
But anyways, shit's been rated 5 stars on Apple Podcasts by Don Chi. He says, "This stuff make my wee wee hard."
Dude, who is Don
I'll help you with that.
Chi? Who's Don Chi? I wanna make out with him.
I don't know, but shout out Don Chi. I'm glad we can get you rock solid on that. So what's going on in the mind of James right now? What you thinking about?
Oh, dude, I don't even know, man. It's a lot of work. Got a cat, and that's pretty cool. Kitty,
Yeah,
actually.
Did you know about that, Dylan?
Yeah, he told me about his kitty.
Yeah, meows a lot, which is pretty sweet. Want to work on doing better for myself. Sort of like just gain some confidence, you know. I'm tired of looking at myself in the mirror.
Seeing yourself in the mirror with the cat. What was the name you were gonna give him?
Did you name it Cinnamon?
Did you name
Well,
it Cinnamon?
no, Cinnamon. Yeah, like I was thinking about Cinnamon because that's a cute cat name, but no, it's actually it's Katy Cat.
Katy cat. Okay, I
Katy.
like that.
Katy.
Katy?
Yeah, Katy, Katy, and then cat. Just because, like, I feel like calling a cat like anything else but like Jezebel. Like, come here, Jezebel. You know, it's weird.
That's fair.
And like, I just call her Kitty, so it's like, well, just Katy Cat, dude.
No, that just reminded me of like a meme. It was like people give dogs normal human names, but cats are just kind of out of the question. Like here's exhaust, here's fucking oh what was the other what was the funny one? He's like this is microwave. It's just like I mean
was thinking,
if I had a cat I'd name him Kit. K-I-T.
that's a perfectly reasonable name, I think. I
'Cause
would
like
name mine
Kit Kat.
Beans or Cornbread or uh, Jezebel, like I
Beans.
said. Yeah, Beans. Like they
Spare
need some cool.
ribs.
Yeah, ribs, fucking barbecue, like whatever, man. Except
It,
it's got to go with the color of the cat. You
all I
know.
can say is Gabe's the type of guy to eat beans in a movie theater.
That just
Beans.
sounds unpleasant.
Dude, beans are. I put me down on the record for saying beans are not that great.
Oh, bro.
Well, it depends
beans are
on the beans.
barbecue beans, bro. Barbecue beans
With
are
bacon in it, dude.
the bacon in it, dude. That's the best shit in the world.
You ever
Any
had that
fucking
shit, James?
beans, but refried, dude. Refried's the only one I can like actually do, but it's got to be with like rice or something else, man.
So like a Mexican meal.
No, not entirely. I'm just saying, like, if you got refried beans, you need like chips or fucking something else, dude.
Like,
That's
no,
all.
I get it. Like, there's a taste to beans that I get that is good. I just don't want it part of my dealio. That's all I can really say. Like, with Chipotle, I remember when I was a cook, I had to fucking eat like the pinto and black beans to just, quality check and all that shit. They tasted fine. It's just, I'd rather like substitute it just for something else. Even though it's probably really good protein and we're lacking on that. There's definitely better fucking shit out there.
Nah, dude, fuck beans. I don't care. I don't get beans on Qdoba, on fucking anything.
Same.
Like
Fuck.
rice, bro?
Yeah,
Rice?
dude, rice, dude. Yeah, rice, of course. Rice is fucking awesome, man. And
But,
like some of that corn salsa, dude. Fucking get me going.
Back to the fucking the cat name though. Like last night when we were playing the game, like and you said that shit, that had me fucking dead. You just stopped. You're
That
like, Dylan, is your mom's name actually Cinnamon?
Well, cause like that was like a thing, right? It was always like
yeah.
someone would say Dylan's mom is Cinnamon, and I was actually curious, cause I mean, there's some weird fucking names out there. There was a dude I used to work with. His wife's name was fucking like Roy.
Roy?
Roy. His wife's name was Roy, and her parents were just like, yeah, fuck this kid.
Yeah, that's oh god.
Was she
It's like
hot?
I don't fucking know, Gabe. He was like 65,
Oh, then.
first of all. Yeah, shut the fuck up.
I mean, in my opinion, it could at least it could be unisex. It's better than being called like Roberta, like Robert and
Yeah,
with an
dude,
A.
Bro, that's my
or
fucking
Nick.
grandma's name, Dylan.
What's your grandma's name, Gabe?
The first one Dylan said.
Roberta or
Yes.
Robert?
Hey, we're gonna be
Roberta.
That's Robert, but girl.
Not
Yeah, that's
not the
Rob.
fucking grandma you know, Dylan. My goddamn dad's mom.
Oh, it's the same as like Noel and Noella. Just that emphasis on it to make it that like Hunter, naming your child Hunter, and she's a female. It's just like, why?
Well, well, it's kind of a unisex name, I guess.
I would think so. I mean, I know my name is for certain. I know
Imagine
Dylan is
being a
unisex.
bitch named Dylan. Like a
I've never
girl.
heard of a girl named Dylan.
I've met like 3 in my life.
You're full of shit.
I'm not.
I don't
I have
believe
met
you.
3 in my life, and that's about it.
Yeah, how many cinnamons have you met?
No, no.
I want to meet a cinnamon.
You
Just go to
can ever
Dylan's
meet one at
house.
you're gonna go to a strip club. That's the only place you'll ever meet someone named Cinnamon.
My name's Diamond or Mercedes.
Oh God.
How did
dude,
that
Cinnamon's just a funny name.
How did that joke even start?
I don't know. I just know that Jake wanted to bang my mom.
Cause
and it
I
just kinda
remember,
just-
and it was back when we lived in that first house in Fort Collins. Jake was saying, or no, you were talking about your mom, and fucking Jake was like talking about like how he wanted to bang your mom. And then he's like, good old Cinnamon, and then the name just kind of stuck from there.
Dude, I like cinnamon. It's like dude, yeah. I mean, why would you not? You know what I mean? It's like cinnamon.
So like, I think it's been like 3 or 4 years now that we've just been calling her Cinnamon.
Oh yeah, no, definitely been that long.
I just remember hearing it, and I was like, I had to get some closure on this.
After all this time, though, it's
It
just
sounded
like,
believable, right?
Dude, legitimately, I was like, Dylan's fucking mom is named Cinnamon. I gotta meet her. Introduce myself, you know?
Then I
all the
wouldn't be
boys
the
seem to
fucking
have.
butt of the jokes to you anymore, James.
What?
The
Gabe?
mom jokes.
Well, it's fun. It's just been a long, ongoing fucking thing with your mom. Which I'd love to hit her up about it. Like, tell her to.
I'm just saying, I just remember back in 3rd grade, some chick called my mom hot, and well, this is kind of just how it plays out. So,
Some chick
some
in 3rd grade.
My bad, some dude, some
Oh.
dude in my 3rd grade said that. I was like, God forbid, and well, here I am in my adult life with my adult friends saying the exact same thing.
Third grade. Do you even remember 3rd grade, Dylan?
Oh, I remember I remember as far back as my 4th birthday party, and that's it. It's like I came into consciousness around my 4th birthday party.
It's weird, man. I remember kindergarten, and that's about as far back as I remember.
I mean, probably my earliest memory was like when I was younger, I hated walking, and Bob, my dad, loved to go to like the state fair in Pueblo, but I hated walking, so he got me a little like
Little
fucking
wagon.
wagon. Yeah, a little wagon, and I would sit in it. And probably my earliest memory is just chilling in that wagon during the state fair, but that's about it. How far back as you, Gabe?
I remember in kindergarten, like dude, I was at lunch with this kid, and we were like fucking with each other, and he had me kind of like not stomp on his on his nuts, but like kick my legs towards his junk.
So
you know?
he was into some cock and ball torture at a very young age.
I don't know what the fuck it was. I don't remember what led us up to that point. I just remember I just fucking gave this kid the beans, right? I just gave it all. And then like he wasn't there the next day,
Jesus.
and then
God.
he was back to school or whatever, and then like for whatever reason, like I heard he went to the hospital or something for it. So like I don't know if he had to get his urethra like enlarged or something. I don't know what the
Enlarged.
yeah, you
Or
know
his
where they
balls, just his balls got fucked up, like dislocated a testicle or something.
I don't know what it was, but like and it's not like I can do anything now about it. I don't remember the kid's name or anything like that. It's just
Probably
like
only has one nut working now.
So what
well, as
grade
kids,
what grade
you know,
was this?
it was like kindergarten or
Fucking
first or second. It was like
little
I was young, dude.
little kindergarten James just stomping on little Timmy's nutsack.
No, you know what? His I remember his name was Alex, but that's
Oh, that
about
makes
it.
me sad. That makes me real sad. But
Yeah,
no,
dude,
not to make you.
if I could take it back, I absolutely would.
Oh
Like
no,
Because
same here.
I think he had to get his urethra enlarged or something. They had to shove a tube down his dick.
Hey, bro, we have to do you some dick enlargement surgery
Did
because you're fucked.
Yeah, dude,
so
like I don't know what happened. Like I don't think he could have peed or something. Like
He was
or he's
pissing
just
blood.
yeah. So
I
did
mean,
he
if it
either way,
makes you.
I feel horrible about it now, man, and like I should obviously, but there's nothing I can really do. You know, I was in kindergarten. I didn't know.
No, yeah, no, that's why you were scot free and didn't
did
get charged with the medical
did
bills.
did he ask you to like stomp on his nuts?
Yes, like well, not like no. So like we were at the lunch table, right? Like the lunch table, it's like this long fucking picnic table
Yeah.
that folds in half. You know, he was against the wall, and like I don't remember what exactly happened. I just remember like putting my foot into his fucking groin like no other, right?
Okay.
It was weird. It was weird, bro. It was fucking weird. I know. But I just remember just shoving my fucking like just fucking giving it my all cuz he wanted it. He told me to. Cuz we were just like we were just kicking each other. We were fucking around as kids do, you know? And
Yeah.
he just like happened to pee blood that night or something. I don't know.
Well, if it makes
I
you feel any better, I had an incident like that at my school as well. Like, it was
every,
like
everybody
second or
goes
third
through
grade.
shit like that.
Little
Well,
Timmy's
this one's
infertile now.
yeah. Well, I mean, to be fair, I think he may have done more damage than I have. But I remember like we were doing a snowball fight in like it was recess and there was snow on the ground. And I just remember at the time not making a snowball, but just picking up some ball-shaped bit of snow on the ground. And I'm telling you, never in my life have I thrown more of a perfect throw. But I nailed that bitch right in the side of her ear. And
Oh,
I
no.
remember going to the principal's office and they said, yeah, she's going to the hospital. She may be deaf in one ear. I'm like, oh. And it turns out apparently I threw a I threw a thing of ice at her instead of
Oh
a
my
snowball.
God.
So I just blasted this chick on the side of the head.
With
In
his
third
ice
grade.
ball, dude. Yeah,
With an
she's
ice
probably
ball.
fucking deaf now.
Fucking
And
James.
I don't know
James-
if that's what they did to give me scare tactics, like, hey, don't ever do that again. You could have made her go deaf. But I think I don't remember ever seeing that chick in school again.
you
So,
killed her.
oh God, no, she was fine. I just remember like her like getting up after I throwing it and immediately running to a teacher. So I must have hurt her, and she was grabbing the side of her head. That's all I remember. But I'm
Fucking
telling you, never more of a perfect throw. Like remember when I don't know if you remember this, but remember when we went to Taco Bell in high school and it was like snowing out and I nailed Leandra in the back of the head with a snowball. And it was like the most perfect throw in the world. Just imagine that moment again. Just you see it perfectly travel.
Just with a ball
Boom.
of ice and
Just with a ball of
deafening
ice
someone.
instead of deafening her ear.
yeah, fucking James is out here making kids infertile, and then Dylan's just
You know what?
making kids deaf.
That's not the only thing I did. I actually, when I was in preschool, you know, one of the like in preschool, fucking, you had the big Lego blocks, like the really big ones, like
Yeah.
the big ones, like hand-sized Lego blocks.
Yeah.
I fucking threw one at this dude, hit his head. He started bleeding out of his fucking head, dude.
Jesus, James, you were a real dick as a
Jesus.
kid.
Dude, well, fucking, I don't know, man. I don't know what situation led up to that, but I just remember fucking chucking this thing at his head, and then I remember getting yelled at because he was bleeding, and I was like, God damn it, dude, what am I supposed to do?
Probably.
It's really shitty of me back in the day, thinking back on it, but like I was a kid, like what was I? Just fucking chuck this thing at this dude's head. Let's see what happens.
And mind you, that was third grade, so that was after the chairs had fallen on my head. So that's like the only time I've ever like physically hurt somebody. I'm pretty sure.
I
And
let me just say I'd take it back if I could. I
Oh
really
yeah.
would.
I
yeah,
mean,
but
but back then you didn't have, as a kid, you don't know what remorse is. You kind of just did something. You're like, oh, an accident happened. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I know, and then you get blamed for it. It's like,
Ignorance
I'm
is
gonna go
bliss.
home, you know?
I mean, the
I'm gonna go.
stupid shit you do as a kid makes for good stories for when you're an adult.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's like outstanding moments like that that kind of build your character a little bit. Like, it makes you understand remorse a little bit more, and like you're thinking back to it, and you kind of cringe. Yeah, and all events in your life that make you cringe, have some sort of importance about them.
Oh yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's definitely true.
I
Either it be by your own ignorance, but that's the thing. Like that's just how the brain works. Is it does something, it doesn't quite register until later, and then you're like, oh, now I know in the future.
Yeah, and it's like,
That's
oh shit, I shouldn't have done that, or I shouldn't have
yeah.
said this, or
Or
whatever.
why did I even say this? Like,
the like the
Yeah, I know. What were you thinking,
one of the earliest memories that I could think of, like in school, I think it was back to preschool. I remember, I think it was winter at the time, and me and my cousin, we were in the same class, so we were out like during recess, and everybody's dressed up in coats and gloves and shit. So I don't know what was going through her head at the time, but she decided to go try to climb on the monkey bars and like do that while wearing gloves. And I remember her slipping off the monkey bars and like falling like chest first down to the ground and just slammed her arm and just straight up broke that shit. Like
Dude, that's
did she
exactly how I broke my left wrist.
did
like it
she
was
bounce?
Dude,
I
she had to hit fucking hard, dude. Like just dug into the ground, hit
I
a fucking digger, bro.
I think she might have bounced, but like she definitely broke that shit. And like it was at the time, like if you were an adult seeing that shit, you'd be like, oh fuck, that kid just kind of like fucked herself up. But like as a
Yeah,
kid, when I saw that, like it was pretty goddamn funny. So I mean, if she's listening to this,
he's not. She's not.
it wasn't funny. I mean, it was funny, but sorry about it. But yeah, that was probably like the earliest school experience I could remember.
Dude,
I'm just saying experiences in general, first memory kind of level.
first day of first day of third grade, I actually broke my left wrist the same way. I was on the monkey bars and I fell on it. And I think I passed out for a second and then like woke up and I was like in the nurse's office and I was like, yo, what's going on? My mom pulls up and they were like, oh, well, you should probably take him to the hospital or something. And so they wrapped this fucking bullshit cardboard splint on me. Go to the hospital and they're like, yeah, his shit's broken. Like his wrist is broken. And so they put the cast on that day and all that shit. But it was same fucking thing, dude. Monkey
Did
bars are
you
dangerous.
did you what was it? Did you yeah, I mean I have a story about monkey bars, but just for your health, did you hit your growth plate in any way? Like where
Growth
you?
plate. What's a growth plate?
All I know
for?
is like when you break your wrist young, there's like a bone that's meant to grow so that the rest of your hand grows. And if you break it when you're young, your kind of hand slowly develops. I never looked at your hands, James, but please let me look at your hands sometime.
Next time you hang out, Dylan, you can
We're
look at my
holding
hands
hands.
all you
We're
want.
holding hands the
Yeah.
It's
whole
about
night,
to
brother.
No, dude.
manhandle
I
the
mean,
shit out of you.
dude, my hand's fine. Like my wrist
Like
is
one hand
fine.
isn't smaller than the other. Okay.
I mean, maybe I'm dominant with my right hand, but like,
Well, I'm talking
no,
about
dude.
hand size. Like your hands don't have muscles in it from beating it, so it doesn't grow bigger. But
Dude, I'd have the biggest fucking hands.
I'd have the biggest hands.
I have these fucking jawbreakers, bro.
If only
Just
your
choke
hands,
someone out.
if only your hands could absorb the nut and just grow. No,
Yeah.
but my thing with the monkey bars was I was like I was I crawled up through it and like try like dip presses, kind of like doing dip presses and shit. Well, basically I was young and weak, so as I let go, I just chipped the bottom of my chin and basically just shattered my front teeth of me being younger. So my lower like teeth just
Dude.
went into it and shattered it.
Oh
I
my
believe
god.
either that or like I hit my chin and then I hit my front teeth and then I hit my nose. Well, I know is I remember had that collateral damage happen, and I remember going to the dentist and they like showed me my just absolutely obliterated teeth. And, I mean, they
That
were
is
baby teeth, obviously. I have my whole front teeth now, but yeah, that's how I got rid of my front baby teeth. I
that
just
is
completely.
so
So
much worse than breaking a wrist or an arm or something.
I
That
feel
is
like
yeah.
no, that's your
so
teeth.
much
It's what it
worse.
is.
And
It's just
then
your teeth.
Teeth, bro, teeth. Teeth are
Baby teeth
so
though. This is
important,
like
dude.
first grade, second grade, so you're still like growing. You like, hey, I'm just saying, saved me multiple pains of needing to pull it out in the bathroom.
Oh,
So hey,
dude,
why not
like,
just one full go and call it good?
do you even remember pulling baby teeth,
Yeah,
bro?
I
Like,
do.
do you
I
even
mean,
remember losing those?
I just always did the door trick, where you kind of just like tie a string and close the door. But mainly had my mom and dad help me a lot because I
Dude,
was just
I'd
too much
I'd
of a pansy.
I'd wiggle the fuck out of it until it came out. I don't know what it was. I just had this fucking like just wiggle the shit.
I just remember one time we were in a movie theater and we were watching like Iron Man or something, I think, Iron Man 1, and like a tooth was already pretty loose and I was like, "Dad, I want what are those caramel things with chocolate around them?" They're just
um
Right?
ah God,
I
they're
know what
like a
you're
candy
talking
that's like
about. I
Milk
don't
duds, milk duds,
Milk
dude,
duds,
milk
thank you,
duds.
bro. Yeah, so he's like, Dylan, are you sure you want milk duds? You have a loose tooth. I'm like, yeah. So I ate a milk dud, and I remember biting into it and then like lifting up my jaw, and my tooth just right out with the milk dud. So it kind of just
Yo,
embedded itself in the milk dud, and that was probably the quickest, awesome way to get rid of it. But blood and sugar are not a good combination, that's for sure.
and I mean with that monkey bar incident, you could just add that to a list of another head injury you got.
No, that was not a head. That was frontal face damage, if anything.
that was
Like
like
I mean,
My
jaw.
head
still,
my
but
head injuries happen to my cranium. Okay? So I think my face, granted my cranium, like the actual dome part of my head is had damage. So where the brain is, yeah, that's where damage is, but not where like, your mouth is.
yo, but I do have a question. So, have you guys ever shit yourself in public?
Yeah.
No, no, I haven't shit myself. No.
I was at work and like I just
You were at
So
work
you're
and shit yourself.
you're
no, like
telling me as a
legitimately, I was working and I was like cutting the veg. Like, okay, so I was 19. All right, I'm gonna admit this. I was 19 when I did. And I was like, oh, I gotta poop. So I put down my stuff and I went over and literally right as I opened the door, it just flooded out like the Great Flood.
did you at least go home?
Oh, well, of course I did. That would be social suicide to be working for another
I
six
mean, that also
hours.
be really unsanitary.
Yeah, because it could just be dripping down my leg as I'm walking around. But I just remember opening the door, it came out, and I went to my boss. I'm like, "Hey, man, can I go home right quick and change my pants?" And he's like, "What? Why?" He's like, "I shit myself." Like, you serious? I'm like, "Yeah, I
Wow.
legitimately shit myself." He's like, oh, well, are you gonna come back? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna come back. Let me just go change my fucking underwear and pants right quick. And he's like, all right, cool. I came back 45 minutes later. That's the only one that I quite remember. And then I
So
also remember kindergarten during sleep time. I like shit myself while I was sleeping, and
No, dude,
and I woke
no,
up,
bro.
and I'm telling you, like, never has there been something heavier in my pants next to my dick. But I just remember just like waddling to the fucking office just across the hallway. Yeah, I pooped myself. I need pants and underwear. And they're like, okay, we'll give it to you.
because I
Those are the only two
remember,
times.
I think I want to say I was in like kindergarten or first grade. I I think I had an upset stomach, so and it happened like early on in the morning, like when I first got to school. So like I went to go fart, and I straight up shit myself, and
Dude, that was a straight up shark,
yeah,
dude. That
and
was that was
it was a good amount of shit too, and I was like too embarrassed to tell anybody, like a teacher or something. So I straight up went through that whole day of school with shit in my pants.
you
You
probably
went through
smelled
the whole
so
day?
fucking
Yeah.
bad, dude.
I mean,
Oh
from what
my
I
God.
remember, nobody said anything about it to me. So,
I just because at that time no one had the social cues. They'd be like, this dude just shit himself.
Well,
dude,
what fucking social cue? Like, oh, this
Well,
dude
they're
fucking shit
kids. They're
himself.
like, ooh, the poop. Ooh.
so yo, what's that smell? You're not gonna like go smell and be like, hey man, you smell like shit. I think you should go home or something.
Yeah, no one did that. I mean, shout out for your teachers not being, clutch in any way. Like, probably just knew it happened and just, like, yeah, let this kid just fucking sit in this shit.
And that reminds me of like another time. I don't know if this was like what grade did we have together in elementary
Third,
school? Third.
third grade. Well, I was there for half of third grade, but yeah, third grade.
So it might have been before that, but I remember we were in PE class and we were outside on the blacktop, and this chick asks the PE teacher to if she could go to the bathroom because she really had to pee, and the teacher said she basically told her to hold on, let her explain like what game or whatever we were doing like is gonna happen. So we're all sitting there like in a line just on the blacktop, and it was kind of like slanted, so it was like a bit of a hill. So she's just sitting there, and out of nowhere I see like, and it was a lot, like it was a trail of like of her piss just going down the hill slowly, and it was a
Dude,
lot, dude. And like everybody just looks over at her and like knew that she pissed herself.
Oh no.
it's terrible, man.
It's like she did ask to go to the bathroom, so I mean, I guess that's the teacher's fault.
That is absolutely the teacher's fault. What a
Absolutely,
bitch.
dude. Yeah. You can't go to the bathroom. Are you shitting me? Like, what is this? A prison? Like,
Like, imagine how embarrassed that chick must have felt.
yeah, it's the teacher's fucking fault, dude.
Yeah.
Like, kids remember shit like that, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah. They'd be like, little. Oh fuck.
Lucy
He's like,
fucking pissed herself in
yeah,
fourth
you
grade.
pissed yourself in fourth grade. It's like, God forbid.
So, what's like the weirdest memory that you guys could remember as a child? Like, no teenage to adulthood years. Like,
Getting molested.
Yo, what the fuck, dude? Fucking
Damn, bro, you pissed loud as fuck. It's kind of hot.
Oh yeah. Oh.
so James,
This means
you're just gonna glaze over
no,
the.
the Gabe, let me talk.
Go ahead.
The louder I piss, the bigger makes
The
you
hole.
guys think my penis is.
I just think you have a big urethra.
You know what?
Unlike Hank Hill.
You know what? I heard there's people. Well, yeah, obviously, there's people that have to like get their urethra enlarged because of issues. I don't know what they are. I've
Kidney
never had to
stones.
do it. No, not kidneys. Well, yeah, probably kidney stones too, but like no, like they literally enlarge your urethra for some reason. I don't know what it is, but it's medical complications, you know. I've never had to do it, thank God. Like I like really like fucking
It's
bless
just to
up.
trick you into getting sounding.
Sounding.
Do you not know what sounding is, James?
No, I don't know what sounding is.
So it's the act of getting anything shoved in your urethra to get you off, basically.
Yikes, that doesn't sound like something I'm into at all.
It just sounds dangerous. It just
No,
sounds so
that
dangerous.
sounds bad.
Dude, they're
That where they stick the fucking rod in your dick then?
they
Yeah, and they
can,
just
but I have two fucking stories that I can tell you guys that I've heard.
Dude, you have
if it's not with
No,
the
it's-
topic
it's-
of, if it's not with the topic of this podcast, let's save it then. I'm just saying.
No, it's not.
is,
It's not
I only
involving
brought
me.
it up. I only brought it up as a joke, but
I just
okay.
want to. I just want to hear James's reaction to it, to both of
Okay.
them.
My
like this-
reaction is it's fucking disgusting already.
It
I
is
can tell you
disgusting,
right now.
but like
Like a Prince Philip.
it's just
God
something I've
damn.
heard on another podcast. So I'll briefly like touch into it, but so there. Do you know what buckyballs are?
No.
Not even I know what that is.
So they're like little magnetic balls that like can connect together, and you can like make a line or like a stick out of them or something.
I didn't know those were called buckyballs.
So
Like you go to Estes Park and you can buy a bunch of random shit.
I feel like
that, right?
the sex toy magnet version is called a buckyball.
but
Okay.
so anyways, there was this dude who wanted to do a little bit of sounding, and I don't think he had like anything to do it with except for some magnetic buckyballs,
Dude, this
and-
is fucked already.
and he decided to connect a few together to make like a little line of balls, and he decided to stick those into his urethra, and like it was doing the trick for him apparently, and he was basically edging himself with them, and as he was about to bust, he clenched his dick, and one of the balls got clipped off and stuck inside of his penis.
Dude.
So
Dude.
he decided to stick the buckyballs back into his urethra to try to clip the ball back to the line and pull it out. And apparently it pinched his skin inside his urethra, and he was basically just pissing blood for the next few days.
Okay, we're done, bro. I cannot think of that. I just cannot.
Wow.
And
That is
then
such
we know,
terrible
because it
story.
could be worse. Because if we know anything, we're males. I would hope we know our own anatomy. You know, there's like a flap of skin in there that basically cuts off. You know,
dude,
the
stop.
nut.
I don't want
Well, listen. That cuts off the nut canyon to the piss canyon. If we're gonna be.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure that's what he pinched.
Oh God, that is like the most fragile
How
thing.
far did he go down, dude?
Oh, bro, probably all the
Pretty-
way down in his dick.
I'm pretty sure it got
What do
into
you-
like near his bladder.
Oh, my throat.
Yeah, he'd have to, because that's where the flap is. Like, fucking.
Oh.
That's,
the flap-
that's
yeah, the
fucking
flap is
gross,
like-
Dave.
Kind of at the base.
But
Oh,
so
my
the
throat.
other story is like much worse though, James. It's like,
Oh,
so do you know what a
Dude,
dom?
I literally
already
don't
cringed.
want to hear it now.
No,
I'm
no, no,
already
you-
so
hear it.
cringe right now.
I had to hear it. Dylan had to hear it, so you have to hear it
Why do I have to hear it?
because I just want to hear
Right.
your reaction. But so do you know what a dominatrix is?
Yes.
So this dude basically paid this chick to dominate him, and he had his own toolkit that he brought with him, and like he had some bars for sounding, and he had her stick a bar into his urethra, and she like kind of let go of it, and it like kind of went far enough in to hit his pelvis bone.
Dude, what the fuck, man?
Your pelvis bone, bro.
Like just to imagine how that would feel.
I don't want to. It hurts me. It hurts my heart. It hurts my heart, dude. Like I just don't want to imagine that. That is terrible.
Yeah, it does not sound like a fun time. I don't know how people are into that.
On like a
People,
side note, the funny thing is on iFunny, any girl who like posts a picture of themselves basically on this bitch, they are constantly always commenting, "My squirts can go about a meter anyway. All of your questions are answered."
Squirts?
a
Squirt.
meter, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
Oh.
squirts. Because like anybody who posts a picture on iFunny of themselves, at least chicks, they've been like, "How far can you squirt? Can you squirt?" It's just been some fuck shit.
It's just a
Ugh.
meme. It's just a meme.
Oh. Okay, can we? Okay, now that the cringe is satisfied, please host
I
with the
rather
most.
I rather talk about squirting than sounding.
Yeah,
Whatever
please
that.
host
Bro,
with the
so you want
most.
to
Get us
know
off this.
so there
Host
was this
with the least. Let's hear it.
there was this
Growing up, bro.
shut the fuck up, Dylan.
Dude, right as Gabe was gonna talk, dude, right as.
Okay.
All right, all right, all right.
So there's this memory I have as I was probably like 5 or 6 at the time, but it was back when I used to live near my elementary school. We were friends with this kid who lived down the street from me, and I think he was a few years older than us. Like, this is probably like the weirdest, most sus memory that I have
Oh,
as a
that's right. That
kid.
was the question. That was the question we were based off of. Continue, sorry.
But so I remember he came over to my house to hang out, and it was me, my brother, and then him. We were all just chilling. We were watching like Cat in the Hat, I think it was, and this kid, as we're sitting there, just out of nowhere, just fucking whips out his dick, and is like, "Yo, look at this," or like some weird shit like that. Like, and at that age, like you don't really know what like gay is. So I'm like,
Yeah,
this is
this made me gay.
kind of gay. I don't like this. Like, I was really grossed out and I didn't understand what was happening. And I just like wanted to just get the fuck out of there as soon as I could. It was just so gross and weird. And I don't know why that kid, he was a few years older than us. I don't know why he decided to pull out his dick.
Oh, when that is
That's
awful.
very that's very odd
It was very
for a kid to
unsettling.
do.
Yeah.
I mean, I have so many that I just could not. I couldn't say them publicly. Like there's shit that have to stay in the vault of my brain,
Well, I
or else
mean,
I
yeah,
would be forever viewed differently for it. And it's already some
oh shit,
shit.
Dylan, it sounds like you
I
got
know
some juicy
I'm already
stories,
just
bro.
edging the world with this shit, but there's shit that's got to stay in my vault. But the
You just
worst.
edged every listener
I
out there.
did, I
You
did, and I
just
have
edged
to.
them.
I have to. No, I mean, I'm only thinking about it because I was just too young and I was unaware of what was going on, but that already makes it seem worse. But
It
I'd rather,
it
I'd
leads
rather
It
not.
does.
it leads back to where you just glazed over that he was molested, James.
Wait, stop.
Oh yeah, okay. We'll be a little. We'll be a. No, I can't. I can't say anything. I have to get some more light on my face. I look
He
weird.
was molested by a clown, James.
Not by a clown.
Oh, dude.
No. Ah, God,
Yeah,
I'd have to
I
think
don't,
on this because this really did hit me like a semi truck of what could possibly, take the cake here.
dude. I don't see Gabe as a clown, so.
Well, joke's on you. I was, and I molested him.
Oh yeah, honk honk.
Yeah, now he's
I'm
just
Pulls
so
his
scarred
done
for
nose
with
out of
it.
his
life of
fucking ass and
clowns.
honks it.
So what was the question again? What was it again?
The weirdest,
Memory,
kind of
correct?
most sus memory you've had as a kid?
Ah,
Dude, I mean, well, as a kid, there's a lot of shit,
there's a
man.
lot of shit because I feel like a lot of kids have like walked in on their parents doing it, and that kind of was like one of my situations. Um,
Oh, you know what? Thinking about that, right? Okay. Let me just branch off that a little bit because
Okay.
so my parents separated when I was like a fucking baby, right? I don't remember that, but like it was my mom basically taking care of me most of my life because dad wasn't there, whatever. Like not a big deal, but I thought my mom was the most pure fucking lady ever. Like just the person I look up to, everything, caregiver, everything to me. And I remember one day just like whatever I was doing, I was looking around in the room because I'm a curious fucking little kid. I see these fucking condoms in her drawer. And it's like, yo. I knew what they were at the time. Yeah, I had to be
How?
old enough to know what they were. Dude, I don't know, man. Like I was a curious fucking kid, wanting to know what the fuck was anywhere anything. Like honestly.
That's
I
fair.
see the condoms and I'm like heartbroken, dude. My mom's supposed to be this My mom's
It's
supposed to be
my
this pure
pussy.
fucking woman. It's my mom. And she's got like this open box of condoms, dude. I'm like, oh God. I was fucking mortified, dude.
Were
Like
you were you guys
absolutely torn up.
did you guys go to church at all?
A little bit when I was
Uh
a kid.
yeah,
Well,
well,
so
when I was
you're
a
like, "Oh,
kid,
good
yeah.
Lord, the God above."
Well, no, I didn't say that shit. Cause like I've been to church a couple times, but you know, nothing like some of the people I knew growing up.
I, I,
But
I,
I
whenever
see
you're
the
done,
condoms and
whenever
I'm
you're done.
like, yo, this is fucked up. I was so heartbroken at the fact that, like, how dare my mom do this with some fucking person, whoever they were, you know? Because it was like shared custody. Like I'd go to my dad's on the weekends.
I
Well,
had the same thing.
like every other weekend or whatever, you know?
Same
Yeah.
thing.
I was mortified for about like 2 weeks. And then, yeah, I got over it or something. I don't know. I didn't bring it up or anything because, I was a scared little kid. And
Yeah,
and
no, yeah.
it's my mom's business, whatever, And now thinking back to it, it's like, why was I so like fucking
Shocked
upset
and
about it?
awe. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was weird at the time thinking about it because it's like, yo, that's my mom,
That's
you know?
fucked.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. It's like I'm gonna kick that person's ass. Let me find this dude. But
Oh hell.
yeah, you don't know. You don't know. You can't ever know. It's your mom.
I
It's my mom's business. Leave it to her.
I'll say two, all right? I'll say two of my weirdest memories were it was I really hope she can't hear me, but um I was living in my current home right now, and all I remember was we were supposed to wake up and go to school, and I remember hearing noises in my mom's bedroom. So you could probably already click with it there, but the weirdest thing was I remember my brother coming in to the room and handing me his MP3 player, and he had downloaded some uh, South Park episodes on his MP3 player. So to round up the story, long story short, my brother knew my mom was fucking, and she didn't bring us to school like she was supposed to. And to keep quiet about it, my brother made me watch South Park
He,
on my phone so I
he
wouldn't
just
go to
hands
my
you the
mom.
headphones like, Dylan, put these in. Why? What's mommy doing? Don't
Dude.
worry about
Yeah,
it.
don't worry about it. So to keep me from unaware of what was going on, he helped me out with that. And then the second one was it was the first Halloween that I did by myself. I was 8 or 9 years old, and my dad had a date that night, basically. And I remember meeting her before going out um, to go trick or treating. I come back and I'm chilling in my room, and I hear some noises coming from my dad's bedroom. And long story short, I was more worried about his safety so I put my ear up to it,
Yeah,
and all
yeah,
I hear, yeah, I know you guys know, but the listeners
yeah.
don't. All I hear is, "Oh my God, Bob, your balls are so big," and
You're fucking
just I
lying, dude. You
remember,
did
no,
not hear that.
no, I did, and I remember just backing up from the door and just playing video games. I was just like, ah, that's what's happening. I'm gonna leave and just sit in my room. So two of those instances were probably the ones that have the more aspect of weird because I didn't know what was going on, but the second one I knew what was going wrong on, and I was like, I'm gonna leave this.
You know what? Actually, I have a story like that too. So when I'd go to my dad's, he met a lady and she had a daughter, and that was basically my stepsister growing up. Anyways, like they would I mean, like, like a couple would, they would fuck, but it like with two kids in the mix, right? Me and my stepsister.
What are you doing, step bro?
No, no,
I was gonna
shut the
say,
fuck up, Gabe. Not like that. Not like that, dude. She was like literally. I've spent so much time with my stepsister as a kid. Anyways, it's not like that. So like, don't think about it like that. But
but okay.
Okay, buddy.
yeah, but like my stepmom at the time and my dad, they'd go fuck while we were like taking a nap or whatever, and we'd wake up or find something to fucking do, like slide a mattress down the stairs or some shit like that, which is always fun. But they'd be doing some shit, and like you could hear it, and you hear the
Oh,
moans and shit, and you're like,
oh,
dude, I just wanted to like cower in a corner because I kind of knew what was going on. I didn't know exactly, but as a kid, you're like, oh, whatever, you're curious or whatever. It just this fucking like it really imprints on you, you know?
it's just because I don't know. I can't really explain why, but it's just
You
it's
hear the
awful.
moaning and all that shit, and you're mortified. You're like, oh my God, what is going on in that room?
Because I just remember one time I like snuck downstairs and she had like a like put up wall or like a fake wall, the one where you like stretch it out. I remember just like looking through the creases. She was just beating them off. I was like, oh wow, let me just get out of here.
Dude.
And I was like, oh, all right. And then she comes
Are you
upstairs.
sure you didn't
And
stay, Dylan, to watch
she
the
can know.
show?
I was like 8 or 9. I remember she came up. She's like, Dylan, just don't tell anybody about what you saw today. I'm like, oh my
Oh,
fucking
Dylan,
god.
dude, that's horrible. You saw that shit,
I
though.
mean,
Why?
You
too many
saw it.
too many moments like
Why
that. It's
wasn't
awful.
she? Why wasn't she in her room?
I was a ninja. Oh, because it was during the summer, so sometimes she moves into the basement when it's too hot, and the basement's just cooler. It's the basement.
Yeah, but if you're gonna do shit like that, like use a room so shit like that doesn't happen.
No, no, God forbid. I was a sneaky little ninja as a kid. I snuck down those stairs just trying to get mom, and I peeked through a little slit in the in the
Yeah.
wall. And
Oh my God.
I mean,
It's
rest in
fucking
peace, that guy.
horrible.
His name was Bruce, and he was awesome. He was like the best person in the world. He bought us a PlayStation 2. He eh, I mean, I just want to say this. I mean, I miss him because I'm gonna make this on a what's it called, a sour note. He had died on the operating table, so that's why he still holds a place in my heart. His name was Bruce. He was an awesome guy, but
Well, at least you saw him get Jade off,
he was living life to the fullest before it all went
Yeah, I mean,
downhill.
he was having a good time before it went downhill, which is good. And that's like kind of my next point is like as a kid, you're such a fucking cock block. Like I should have let my dad handle that shit, do his
Yeah.
thing.
But on the real though, like, do you think like if you are on your like deathbed and you're of a young age, do you think any dude has like tried to tip a nurse? Like,
Yo,
hey,
honestly, I'd probably try
'cause
to do that.
I would try that as well. If I was on
I
my deathbed and I was like 20 or 30, I'd be like, look, nurse, There's $1,000.
I'd fucking give it a shot, dude.
I
'cause
give it.
It's-
I give it one.
It's definitely
Dude,
worth
right
a shot.
right before I went into ankle surgery, the nurse was like, "Oh my god, you have these thick veins and shit." Like, "Oh, but, you don't need any help to prick wherever I need to go or whatever." And I was like, "Look, I'm in a nightgown, lady. All right, you could, you, let's go. Like,
You
you could see my balls. All right, like."
you could truly see how thick my veins are.
Yeah, you think those veins on my arms are thick, all right? Let me tell you.
Dude, what I would do is I would be like, all right, I'm on my deathbed. I need you to do this for me just as my last dying wish. Just get me off, have sex with me, whatever. But as I'm
Last
about
dying wish.
as
That's
I'm
kind of a
about
dickhead way to get through it, though.
yeah, but then I'd be like, all right,
my last dying wish. Oh, help me
I-
get off.
I'd be like, all right, and as I'm about to bust, just pull the plug.
Dude.
That would be
Okay,
the best way
that
to
only
go.
works if you're brain dead. Okay, that only works if like you have like something feeding you food in your tummy and pumping oxygen into you. So if you could even physically do it, come on, nurse, take one for the team. Like,
Yeah, but
or
that's kind
or
of
she low
shitty.
key tells you she's like, I like them when they're cold.
Oh, dude, no way.
She's like, I'll do you a favor in the afterlife.
As she's
No,
riding you,
that's
just pulls the plug and just keeps
Oh no, I'm
going.
saying like after you die, you know, because when you
oh,
die,
dude.
sometimes in your post-mortem state, blood flows to your penis. No, just kind of just says, I'll get you afterwards, don't you worry," and just low key takes your money.
Dude, I mean that's kind of shitty to put on a person. Like, hey, I'm gonna die in like 10 minutes. Do you want to like, ride me till I die?
I hope my
Really
wife would do something like that. Like I'm saying, if I'm married and I'm on the deathbed, I'm like, look, bitch, we're doing this right here, right now. You are not holding out on any. I don't give a fuck about you crying. Like we're doing this. Shout out to the
Dude,
wives.
what, Dylan?
I'm
What?
just say I'm just saying if I have a wife and that's what's happening and I know I'm on my deathbed, I'd be like, look, this is happening. Like I don't care if I'm 80. I'd hope my 70-year-old wife at the time would be capable of doing it.
She's just
70-year-old
grieving and just
wife? Jesus
fucking
Yeah,
Christ.
she's
feeling
just
pleasure.
grieving. Yeah, she's just grieving there, and she's like, "Honey, is there anything that you can do or that you want us to do before you go?"
Kids get
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, let me eat your ass, bitch. Bend over.
Yeah, let me eat your ass.
Bro, you think they'd like actually like let that happen? Like the
No.
doctors and shit? It's like, can you give us some privacy?
Maybe, because you
Probably.
know, like,
They
have you
will
been in a
give you
hospital
time.
room? Because they don't
Yes.
all
Give
have like
you
that
time.
window into the, it's usually just a door in a room.
What
So,
are you talking? It's a fucking curtain, bro.
no,
The
well, no, I mean, in a hospital room where it's like your own hospital room, there's only ever just a door and then a window to look outside. So like there's nothing
Yeah.
like from the outside in the hallways they can peek in on
Right, you just
as
lock
you're
that
fucking
shit, close
as
the
you're
curtain, and go to town.
Well, I mean, if that happens, like they're definitely gonna see that shit on camera. There's no stopping
I
that.
don't think they have a camera in your hospital room. I
I'm
do
pretty
believe you
sure
have
they
a right.
do.
You might be right. I don't
In the
know.
hospital room, no
Yes.
way, no.
I believe
Yes.
there's a level of privacy you're allowed to have.
Yeah, there's no in the hospital room, no way.
Because either way, your shit, when it's on the little beeper and you're getting monitored, there's somebody in like the office clinic room who kind of like they're aware, like they have like a computer system aware of everybody. So like when you flatline, it sends a message to somebody and says, "Oh, hey, he's flatlined."
Right, but
Like,
I mean that shit won't go flatline for another 3 seconds, like
yeah,
hold up.
because that's
I
just
mean,
kind of.
I'm sure it happens like all the time.
Because I know that even when like if you do a medical exam where you're supposed to nut, like they just give you a pamphlet. Fucking.
Yeah, but they
What?
don't have all the shit like hooked up to you, so
And that's
like
a good
you see
question.
the fucking heart beeps until they nut, and then it's
You know
like
that
this flat line, and then like a heartbeat again.
Well,
You
that's a
know,
good
like,
thing. So if you're surviving the zombie apocalypse, don't go to the hospital just for the medication. They got at least a storage of nudie mags in that bitch somewhere. Just saying. That's the unkept vault of the fucking post world.
dude, I don't know, dude. In a zombie apocalypse, any woman you find is a potential mate.
And that's the psychological shit of it. That's why I like movies about post-apocalyptic shit. Because, like, there's one where this dude was surviving a zombie apocalypse. He hears a noise and he blasts through a door and he just basically takes out the bitch on the other side. And the whole, like, twist at the very end was that she was stalking him because she liked him. And he did a whole mental game in himself where he thought she was alive. And then he goes back into the room where he originally did it and just sees her body there and he's like, "Oh, I've just made this all up in my mind. These were all hallucinations." So yeah, it's like it's a mental thing. It's a mental thing. I don't know how long I'd last before I blow my own brains out, but I would have fun. I'd probably go out like I said like a warlord, bro. I'd
You,
just go out in
you
the middle
said
of like
warlord.
a huge like if I knew it was the end, I would just hope to God there was a massive horde and I'd have two ninja swords and just fucking go crazy on those. Just whatever last bit of adrenaline I can push through my body. That's how I'd want to go.
So
I mean, you
Gory.
say that, but I'd want to survive. I'd want to like build a civilization where I have like 6 wives or whatever.
but
Yes,
but
sir.
but back to the mating thing. What if you're in the zombie apocalypse and it's just only dudes left?
I'm I'm fucking offing
I'm fucking
myself.
a dude, I guess.
You're gonna
No,
fuck some ass?
whoa.
Might as
All
well. Fuck
right.
it. The Greeks did it.
That
Yeah,
is
but
that is true.
that's you know what?
Homophobia was
Honestly,
not
And
a thing
ancient
with
Rome
them.
as well. If you guys didn't know, ancient Rome had that shit as well.
yeah, but that's considered the downfall of civilizations.
Well, I mean, if it's the end of the world, civilization's already fucked. But
Not
well, I mean, now
saying
that
not saying being bi, gay, straight,
okay,
whatever is bad.
but the world's already
I'm just
fucked.
saying for Rome's case and civilizations before it, that was the start of the downfall of the entire civilization.
Either that or is the most fucking Sigma thing you can do. Because I know that like the was it the 300 Spartans before they like uh faced off the Persians, they just drenched themselves in oil and worked out in front of them completely nude. Just a bunch of just jacked dudes naked just working out
Are you
covered in
sure you're not
oil.
talking about the movie?
Oh
Like,
no, I'm not. No, no.
remember?
Like, even though that movie made fun of that, like because it was so funny for the stereotype of making fun of gay people, it was just it was actual fact that back then that's what they did before they died. Back then they didn't use water to clean themselves. Believe it or not, they used oil. They used like olive oil and stuff as a form of like cleaner
Which is
for their skin.
amazing that you could have these chiseled abs of oil just going down, dude. Like, how would any Roman woman like be okay with
The
that? You
question
know,
is,
like just fucking.
how can any Greek man stay soft? That's the thing.
Bro, but
There's
it's like
no possible way. I mean, imagine. Well, I mean,
I think
I
back then they really didn't care. They're like, "Fuck, I need berries like tonight, or else I'm dead." Or, "Oh fuck, I gotta slaughter this lamb so I can eat." Because remember, like they killed animals as they just fed, so it kind of it kind of was just like I feel like necessity of survival was more in our minds as humans of that pre-age than they are now. Like now
but
in
like
times our minds can explore.
women didn't get like women didn't work out or anything. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Like
no.
it's which is crazy to think. Well, yeah, it's crazy because like I don't know, it's these strong girl. It's like what?
I'm just
so
saying, do you guys really have any problem? I know Gabe does, but muscular women, come on now. Is there really that much of a problem
I'm
with it,
not
boys?
How muscular are we
I'm
talking?
talking like maybe not bodybuilder muscular, but like there's definition in the arms, there's definition in the abs, and there's definition in the legs.
Absolutely my weakness.
Thank you. See, Gabe, I think you're just afraid that this bitch is gonna choke you or
I'm just
something,
not
and
trying to fucking get
Let
manhandled
her
by
let
a
her fucking
girl.
choke me. I don't care.
dude, let her have power over me. That'd be fine. Gabe's just worried he's just gonna get like fucking socked in the face by her.
Yeah, I don't want a girl
her have-
beating the shit
let
out of
her
me. I don't
have
want to date a
power,
chick
and
that
then
can
let
kick
me
my
get-
ass.
Yeah, so the fuck what, dude? Like, she's kind of she's strong, you know. She's got abs, whatever. It's like, fuck, dude, my dick's hard. Let me see your workout routine. Let me do it with you. Like, let's go.
So, but you're cool with a chick being heavier than you, correct, Gabe?
Depends on how heavy.
Oh my God. Okay, so like, God, because I'm just saying, even them slim, thick bitches, all right, they probably have more muscle than you, even if you're a man.
I mean,
Wait, but
Gabe, you're like a twig, bro.
I mean, I'm a twig too, but I'm saying enough muscle in the legs is enough to just choke somebody out.
I
so
want to get I want to get
I'm just
choked
saying,
out by some thighs.
even if
Let
she
me get
doesn't look muscular from the hips up, she's muscular from the hips down. And have you ever been judo kicked before? Like, even if she just knows how to kick, bro, you're fucked. No fists you throw could do much if she just gets you rightly good in the fucking rib.
dude. If it's out of love and compassion, I'm in.
I'm in for it just because I can imagine her just flexing her abs while I'm in her.
okay, take it easy there.
Like, okay, you should stop, Dylan. You're turning me on, bro.
But back to that fucking the thing you said about the Greeks. What made you think of that, Dylan?
I'm just thinking of muscular nude men.
Because I literally listened to a podcast the other day and they said that same exact shit. It's like, oh yeah, the Greeks used to, you know, dudes used to fuck dudes back then.
Because it was just, I don't know.
I
Again,
mean,
this was before Christianity. So
nothing wrong
Christianity
with
was,
that.
I mean,
It's
there's nothing
Pride
wrong with it
Month,
at all. No,
boys. Come on,
Pride Month, yeah.
all the homies
No,
gay.
it was definitely just
It
more of an exploratory time in human history. So, just like, oh, hey, I can fuck this guy because I'm stronger than him. And they're like, why do you want to fuck him?
we
And it's just like, oh, well, okay, I guess you're right.
let's
Hey,
go, boy.
James,
Yes. What?
would you let a psych ward chick give you a foot job with the grippy socks?
Yo, what the fuck? Hold up. Hold up, boy. Hold up.
Because
Wait, what are you talking about, Dylan?
it says she's weird, but the pussy got the psych ward grip. Sorry,
Dude.
she's weird, but the pussy got the psych ward sock grip.
What, what are you
Have you
talking
ever?
about?
So you've
Foot
been to the
job with
hospital. So you've been to the hospital, right?
yeah.
I know you went because of your ankle, but did they ever give you socks to keep your toes warm?
They didn't give me socks to keep my toes warm, but they gave me socks to keep my ankle compressed and
Okay,
like
so
dense.
did it have like a texture on the foot of of the sock in any way? Like
I
little packets of plastic or whatever, like just grip.
no,
Oh,
never.
so then you don't know what I'm talking. But like when you go to the hospital for not a foot injury, they give you
Right, it's
socks and they give you
okay.
like the grippy stuff and
I
psych
would
wards.
not want a foot job with those. No.
I don't want a foot job in general, but yeah.
What did we just talk about, Dylan?
Okay, let's not make
Oh
this
no, yeah. So
just
like,
about that. That's
no.
fucking
My
gross.
brother listens to our podcasts, and this is just for future reference for us. But he says he likes the beginnings and the middles. He just says our ends, like the ending of ours, like case in point, kind of just like drifts off somewhere. So
Fucking foot jobs and grippy socks. Sweet. No, this is where we
this is
get off the rail here.
So guess what? Yesterday marked the 3-year anniversary of.
June 2nd.
You were there, Dylan, and so was James.
3-year anniversary? I
Yep,
don't know, man. What?
The 3-year anniversary of you losing your virginity.
it marks the 3-year anniversary of James getting knocked out.
Oh shoot.
That's fucking lame.
Was it
That
really
you said
June
that,
2nd?
Gabe.
Damn.
That is
It's.
so fucking lame that you said that.
I mean, you wanna touch up on that?
Dude, the only thing I really want to touch up on is that I was drunk as fuck. We were at a party. Like, I don't know. I was sipping Fireball. Like, dude, You pushed me into it, Gabe. All right. First of all, you pushed me into it. Second, I was drinking Fireball from the fucking bottle from someone that just handed it to me. And third, I was being a like way too drunk person to be around because like that girl with the big the big fucking you know
The
I
big
remember
knockers, yes.
talking. Yeah, dude, I remember talking to her, and she's like, "Oh yeah, there's like 6 guys that have hit it on me so far," and I was like, dude, like, it is so bad. I regret it now, but I was like, "Oh well, it's obvious why they're hitting on you." Like, dude, and then she was like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna go somewhere else now," and I was dude, like at the time, I'm drunk as fuck. I'm having a good time, and I just mortified this fucking girl, this poor fucking girl. I just like straight out called her out on it. That was awful. And then I was talking to that Asian girl too. It was her and her friend. That was the two girls that were like, bangable, I guess. Anyways, that shit was horrible, man. That was like a terrible night for me. I was
No
so fucking
face.
dude.
No face, and he just immediately throws a good right hook at you, dude. It's just
Oh, dude, it was horrible, man. It was a horrible fucking night. I remember waking up from that and being like, oh fuck, and then going upstairs. Wyatt's crying. He thought he killed me, and then I remember leaving and then waking up in my fucking bathroom on the floor. Like I had pissed, shit, and threw up in the same in this like all in one same toilet. Didn't flush.
Oh,
I remember waking up like midday the next day and I'm like, "Oh fuck. This is bad news."
because that was you weren't the only one who got fucked up by Wyatt that night. I
you
remember
did
fighting him.
too.
I got fucked up, but I remember I chipped my tooth because of him. So
Yeah, but you didn't get knocked out.
no, but I did chip my tooth. That could have been worse. I could have been having a hole in my mouth here with a split tooth for all we know.
That is true. I don't know, but someone said no headshots. No
Brendan did.
headshots, dude. And the first thing Wyatt does is fucking punch me in the face, dude. Like the first fucking thing, dude.
The fight wasn't that long. It was like 45 seconds.
If even
Bad,
that.
dude. It was like 10 seconds. Me getting hit and me hitting the floor. And then Brendan, a fucking sweetheart. Brendan's a sweetheart. I love Brendan. He's all like push my head back and like lifting me up and dude,
He
like
knew, yeah, no, he
unbelievable.
knew. He knew how to properly.
Unbelievable how well Brendan handled that shit.
Yeah, like even
Then
though
I
he was
remember
super
Jake's
fucked up.
Dude, I remember Jake's girl at the time, like just like like going woo, and then walking out. Like,
She was freaking the fuck out when it happened.
oh well, I mean I don't remember that. I just remember seeing the video and seeing that happen. She like does this like oh like the Home Alone face,
Yeah,
like
and
the,
then
"Ooh,"
all waving her
and
hands
then,
and shit.
yeah, and then runs the other direction,
And then
and it's like
and then,
oh fucking whatever.
and then after that happened, Levi just pops around the corner. You killed James.
I know,
Yeah.
I know, dude. In the video, you hear Levi like, "You killed James." Dude, ridiculous fucking night. Stupid fucking night, man. I don't know. I wish I didn't get so fucking drunk, dude. I was like beyond destroyed. Like it's the farthest I think I've went drunk wise anyways cuz like dude, like you hand me Fireball, like a bottle of Fireball and I just like just chugged it, bro.
You
And
ended
I-
this podcast on a perfect note. You
And I
really
will
did.
admit that, yeah, I was the one who instigated the fight.
Yes, you
Yeah.
instigated it. Because like me drunk, dude, I'm like cool with whatever. It's like let's
Yeah.
fucking go. And obviously me not drunk is a totally different person. Like I become something else when I'm drunk and it's like it's very noticeable because like I said, that girl was talking to me and I was like she was talking to me about how many dudes have hit on her so far and I straight up told her I was like, "Well, it's fucking obvious, cunt." Like what do you expect? Dude, like, I have remorse for my actions, but like, that's so hard to say when I was like, just this drunken, blithering, fucking, just disgusting person. If I could take it back, I absolutely fucking would.
It
But, you know,
made,
that's not how it goes, you know? It doesn't make for a good story if I was just like, oh yeah, I had a couple beers and that was the night, you know?
yeah, it was fun night, fun story.
Oh, God.
I kind of
And
want another, I want another meetup like that, but with more girls, for
Yeah, that
sure.
was a pretty kick-ass party we had. We had a lot of people there.
Dylan, I can't believe you were there and I didn't like fucking talk with
We
you,
weren't
dude.
really
Like,
friends. That was before us hanging out at
right.
Ace. That was
Yeah,
before.
dude. It had to have been because like dude, I don't remember you being there. I remember like a bunch of kids from high school. Like Tate was there or something. Jake
Yeah.
was there. Like a bunch of people were there. I just don't remember
I
specifically, you
was
know?
just like the roommates of them at the time. At least that's how you viewed me.
Right. Okay.
Because I remember that party too. I think there was a chick there that was pretty cute, and I remember talking to her for a little bit.
it was probably
And
the same
nothing.
chick James is talking about.
I mean, like,
Really?
I
Really?
honestly, I ruined my
Was she
chances
like a little
of
bit of an emo kind of level? Like, if memory serves you?
no, dude. I honestly, if memory serves me, she just had a honking pair.
I remember some chick with black hair having a honking pair, and
Dude, honking
like
pair, bro.
At least D's or a good C's.
It was
But
probably the same chick. I just remember ruining my chances when I opened my mouth.
I just remember us having a good conversation and then said, "Yeah, no, we'll have a party again," and we never had a party again, or I see you at a party again. 'Cause I don't remember if I got her. I don't. Yeah, no, I was too drunk to get her Snapchat or number. I kind of was just trying to play the confidence game, like, "Oh, don't worry, I'll see you again," without any form of contact information being exchanged.
Well, dude,
So
I was like literally at a point where I was too drunk to even fucking like have a confidence meter or anything. I was just saying whatever I felt was on the mind, you know? Like whatever fucking came to my head at the time. And it happened to be like, oh, you have a honking pair. That's why dudes are talking to you. Which is fucked up. Which I mean, if I could apologize to that girl, I totally fucking would. But I don't know who she is.
anything, just get a little bit of coochie. I'm sorry what I said about your knockers.
I mean, well, dude, I mean, come on. Like, what am I supposed to
Like, I'm
do
a nice guy,
now?
don't you worry. No, no, I do the same shit.
No, I mean, when I get some fireball through my system, you know, I feel like I can fucking fight whoever. And it turns out I definitely cannot.
Yeah, no, same here. I have to be sober if I'm gonna be fighting somebody.
Yes, same here. I guess drunk fighting just isn't for me. I can't take a fucking hit when I'm drunk. Because
Alright.
I got fucking knocked out. Dude, that was a fucking
It was
bad
just kind of
time,
hard for
dude.
me to hit Wyatt because, granted, he's such a large target. My only defensive reflexes was hit him in the face, hit him in the face, but there was a no face rule. So I was just like, I'm just gonna take the beating right now because I don't know how to hurt this man.
Right, but that makes me feel cheated in a way because there's no face shots, and oh, of course, I get fucking hit in the face, dude. Like, straight away. Just the first fucking hit, dude. The first hit.
See, I'm a guy who's trying to get a Mewtwo-shaped GF and have a body of Crash Bandicoot.
Okay, on that note,
Wow.
we've reached over an hour. Uh,
All right,
anything you
sick.
boys want to say? Anyone you
Say
want to shout out?
thank you to anyone who's made it this far. I appreciate it. I'm sure Dylan and Gabe appreciate it too. I
Yes,
uh
sir.
I love a good fan base, and I'd like to see you guys thrive.
I just
It's
want to
just
say,
up to us to make the content. So
yeah, I was
stay
gonna say,
stay tuned because
stay
I want
tuned.
to try and do big stuff.
We'll be developing ourselves a little bit more. Shout out to the guys, to our homies in Oakland and Missouri and in Belgium, making
Oklahoma.
us
Yes,
Oakland,
Oklahoma,
California, if you didn't know about that,
Oklahoma,
and
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma as well. All right, you racist fucks.
You know what?
But also thank you to everybody who
Shout out to anyone who listens to this. You're great. Don't change yourself. You're perfect the way you
I
are.
hope our stories make you feel like a bigger man or woman in your world, seeing how low on the totem pole we are. But that's me. I don't know about these two fucks.
And
Thank you guys for watching.
shout
No,
out.
dude, I literally want people to reach out, tell us like what the fuck
Give us some
we should
questions,
change.
please. Any small amount of questions or any amount of comments help. So.
Yeah, questions, everything. Just let us know.
And huge shout out to Mr. Condi. If you're watching this, leave
Oh,
us a
absolutely.
leave
Oh
us a
man,
5-star
Mr.
review
Condi.
on Apple Podcasts so we can read that shit on the next podcast. Huge
Listen,
shout
Mr.
out to you.
Condi. Listen, Mr. Condi, we should have listened to you about Bitcoin in high school. All right, that's all we gotta say. That shit was $300. You told us to do that, and we could have been so rich off of your advice. But thank you for at least taking the time, Mr. Condi. You were by far one of the greatest teachers I've ever had.
And one last
Oh
thing,
yeah, that's your guys' teacher, huh?
yeah,
Yeah.
Wow. Well, Mr. Condi, I know you didn't have me as a student, but I appreciate you and everything you do.
All right, and
That's all I gotta say about that.
on the one last thing, James, say the N word.
You cut out.
Abe, you literally cut out as soon as you
Say
said
say
whatever
the
you
N
said.
word, James.
I will not.
Okay, and on that note, we have been the Heathens. We will see you guys in the next episode. Later.
Later, bros.